This is going to be a great show today. We're giving you an inside look at the personalities and players behind one of the province's top attractions. I'm your host, Elizabeth, and I'm joined by my amazing colleagues, Rittika and Lyam. Hey guys, it's so cool to have you here to share these stories.
Hey Elizabeth, great to be here, and I'm really excited for today's episode. We are going to explore some amazing behind-the-scenes stories from one of the most iconic spots in the province, and I'll be taking you through a deep dive on Joe Witcher, who's a huge part of what makes this place special.
And Lyam, what exciting insights do you have in store for us today?
Hey guys, great to be here. I'm excited to dive into the story of Murray Zook's incredible journey and his impact on the community. You won't want to miss this.
So to truly understand how we got here, we need to look at the roots of this place, how it started, the challenges it faced, and the pivotal moments that shaped its evolution. So let's rewind the clock a bit and take a journey through time. Alright, so picture this. It's 1997, and a few diehard baseball fans in Manitoba are sitting around thinking, you know what we need? A place where we can honor all the history of baseball in this province. They debated it out between Neepawa or Morden, but in the end, Morden won. Why, you may ask? Well, the town had something pretty rare, a year-round baseball community. Plus, they had the Access Center, a space perfect for housing the museum. Home run, right? And let's be honest here, Morden is the real MVP of this story. I mean, where else could you find a town so passionate about baseball that it literally helped build the museum, including stuffing mannequins with newspapers just to get things started? Talk about community work, right? So this Hall of Fame museum started off as a couple of displays cases in a sports center and has grown into one of the most respected museums in Canada. Now, let's learn more about one of the main people behind this place. With that, here's Rittika. Rittika, could you dive into the legend behind this?
Now let's dive into the story of someone whose dedication has had a lasting impact on the baseball community and the Hall of Fame itself, Joe Witcher. Over the course of more than 70 years, Joe devoted his life to preserving and promoting the sport. And it's hard to overstate the influence he's had. Joe played a pivotal role in establishing the Hall of Fame, and his leadership was crucial in transforming the museum from just a few display cases in a sports center into a respected museum in the country. And to shed more light on Joe's impact and how this all came to be, we are joined by Aidan Lambert, who's been doing some incredible work at Brandon University, researching the history behind this very story. Aidan, thank you so much for being here. What can you tell us about Joe's role in shaping the Hall of Fame?
To call Joe Witcher something of a local legend would really be an understatement. For a good 70 years, he's been involved in our baseball scene. And whether it was as a coach or as a founding member of the committee who started the Hall of Fame, his impact has been felt. I mean, it's no wonder that not only was he inducted in 1999 to the Manitoba Baseball Hall of Fame, but he was actually brought into the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame, actually pretty recently in 2023. He comes from humble beginnings, playing baseball from a young age, then starting his career as a coach in 1953. 70 years later, he's nothing short of a testament to the dedication that so many people have for this game, and why institutions like the Manitoba Baseball Hall of Fame are so valuable for our public history.
And that's Joe Witcher. His dedication truly shaped this museum and its legacy. Thank you, Rittika. Up next, we're going to hear about another one of the heroes behind the scenes. Here's Lyam to tell us more.
We've all heard about Joe Witcher's incredible influence on the Hall of Fame, but the story doesn't end there. Another key figure in the museum's development is Murray Zook, who was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1999. Murray's contributions to Manitoba's baseball scene are immeasurable, and his impact on the Hall's mission is truly significant. Joining me back is Aidan. So Aidan, could you tell me a bit more about Murray for me?
The one term I would use with Murray is just comprehensive. There's not many people who have had quite the comprehensive footprint upon the Canadian sports scene and beyond like Murray Zook. He's been on both sides of the field, so to say. He's been a player, and he's been a crucial figure on teams like the Cincinnati Reds and the Atlanta Braves as a scouter. He's been involved even in the figure skating scene. So he's been around in Canadian sports and even outside of Canada. He has a depth of knowledge on the baseball and sports scene in general. When I spoke to him, he was so gracious to share his unique perspective upon where baseball's been and where it's going. He reiterated many times that the future of baseball is looking bright, and in regard to the museum, as both a former member of the selection committee and as an inductee himself, he really spoke to the value of upholding the game's legacy for the public and the honor that comes with recognizing a sport and its players who have been such a crucial part of Manitoban communities and beyond.
And that's it for the story of Murray and his incredible contributions to the Hall of Fame. Thank you so much, Aiden, for being here. I hope you had just as much fun as we did producing this.
Thank you for having me on. It's just so wonderful, I think, to get the story of the museum out. Murray Zook, Joe Witcher, everybody. Thanks for having me on.
And that's a wrap on today's show. What an amazing journey through the legends of Manitoba's baseball history. We've learned so much about passion and dedication that have made this museum what it is today. And it's all thanks to the hard work of people like Joe Witcher and Murray Zook.
Absolutely, Elizabeth. It's hard to overstate how these heroes have left a mark on the community and the sport itself. I hope our listeners feel as inspired as I do after hearing these stories. What a legacy.
Yes, and a big thanks to our guests and researchers who helped us dig deeper into these iconic stories. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. You won't want to miss the next one.
Thank you so much to everyone who joined us today, and a huge shout out to the amazing team behind the scenes who make it all possible. We'll see you next time with more stories that celebrate the people and places that make this province so special.
Namaste.
Adios!
And goodbye.